Hello, Taslan here, back for a Lighthouse tutorial, putting it all together, part 3. We're in Halluf from the south spawn. As you know, during the 30-second timer, I like to look at the order of battle, see what tanks are on which teams, and try to get an early guess as to what might happen and what I can do and what I'll have to do at the beginning to help my team. We each have one artillery and one scout, although we also have a tier 5 light crusader. Big things that stand out to me are the fact they have 4 TDs, so I'm expecting some TDs to be sitting up here waiting on us if we come across the middle, and they have 2 comets and a Cromwell, which people like to play fairly aggressively. So I'm thinking the light and the medium, or maybe 2 mediums, are going to go down into the beach, maybe more. And so I'm not going to want to go to the beach right away. I'm going to set up on top of the beach and try to spot them coming down into it and see if I can shoot them when they go down there, because there's a place they like to sit, and I know a spot to go where I can counter that. There's one spot up here you can go, and they like to come into the beach and then they sit down against the ramp. If they don't come up the ramp right away, they sit down right against it, and there's a spot I can go to up here where a lot of times I can shoot them and they can't shoot me back. They can't see me, so there's like a perfectly placed bush. So I'll come up here and watch and see if any of them come down into the beach. Now, I'm going to stop the film in a second when I get set up. I'm not quite set up, but you'll see. When you're up here, just kind of sniping and watching, you have to look out, pay attention to tanks that show up right along this ridge, because they'll be able to spot you. Tanks that come up right here around this corner, they'll be able to spot you, and then you also get maybe some tanks pop up over here. They usually won't be able to see you right away. Tanks pop up back here. They won't be able to see you right away, but once you fire, they will. So you just have to pay attention and be aware if anybody's there that either you're going to be spotted soon or you're going to be spotted as soon as you fire. And what happens is, if you're spotted when you fire, I'm pointed, notice I'm pointed this way. I'm not pointed that way. I'm pointed this way. I'm doing that for a reason. Because if I fire and get spotted, it's real easy just to get right down over this ridge. I'm already pointed the way that lets me get there fast. I'm out of enemy line of sight, line of fire. So these are the things you should think of every time you set up in a position. Point your tank towards where you can get away quickly. I'm just going to watch a second, see if they come down. Here comes the Cromwell. I'm not getting aimed in fast enough to take a shot, but you'll see they come right down there into that corner. He's coming up the ramp already. He didn't even stop. I'm not worried about that. I can't go down there after him because his support fire will kill me. So I'll just let him come up to where our support fire, and here comes the comet. Okay, I'm going to take a shot at this guy. Line it up. I led him just a little bit too far, but I got good 125 on splash damage is awesome. Like, it's just like a regular hit. Now watch what he does. He is right there. Look at that bush. So perfect, man. I fire at him and I get a crit hit. I track him. He's stuck there. I get to fire at him for a while. He cannot see me. 201 meters away. He cannot see me. This is such a great spot to be for people who play it just like he does. Now normally you don't track them and they keep going, but you get a couple shots on him right away. And they don't get to sneak up. Now, he disappeared because he's been shooting and his camo kicked in. He's been sitting still, I mean. So his camo kicks in. If he moves, I'm going to see him. He hasn't moved, so I'm going to keep shooting right where he was. And watch what happens. Second shot blind. Here we go. Here comes my third shot. Dead. If I would have said he disappeared, I need to stop shooting, he'd still be alive. It's like I say, when the enemy's letting you get away with something, keep doing it till they make you change. If you know a tank is there, doesn't matter if you can see him or not, your shots hit even if you can't see the tank you're shooting at. So keep shooting. If he were to move, he would light himself up again and I'd know he moved, then I could stop shooting. I ended up keep shooting, I get a kill for it. I was going to come down here and try to come around the Comro, but he died before I got there, so I'll just go down on the beach, see if I can see any of his support tanks up there in the ridge. Oh, and there's some right there. Look at that. 150 and 25 AT. This is when I talk about passive opening. Passive open. This is it. I'm sitting in the open. I have superior view range. I can see them. They can't see me, so I get to be a sniper too. They're far enough away that they aren't going to see me even if I blast my cannon. If they would see me, it's just a matter of dropping the accelerator, pulling up behind the rocks. So once again, I'm in a position. I'm pointed toward my cover and concealment. If they would see me, I'd just gun the engine, and then in a couple seconds I'd be out of their line of fire. There's a T-37 behind me on the Comet back there. Other people are shooting at the Comet. Watch how fast he's taking damage. It's not just the T-37. So I'm going to start coming back this way in case the Comet dies and the 37's still alive. I'll be able to help handle him. I don't want him getting up there behind us. He dies, so now I can take another shot at the 150. Look at that. Guys, if you pull out from behind cover and you take damage, okay, first time you didn't know, but you retreat, you pull back out and take damage again, you should have been smarter than that. This guy's done it 3 or 4 times now. I know he's a heavy driver, so we have to make special allowances, but even so, this is a special kind of stupid. I bet he pulls out again, and I bet he ends up dying. If you're taking fire in a location and every time you pull out you take fire, move. Don't keep pulling out and testing the waters. You know you're going to die if you keep doing it, so quit doing it. Now, here's my plan at the moment. I'm going to come around here, weave my way up through here. If I can see anybody over here, maybe I'll snipe them. Otherwise, I'm going to try to get up here and find the Artie back in here if he's back there. That's, as I come down here, this is what I'm thinking. However, as I'm winding my way around here, I'm starting to come around the hill. And there's the A-43 back there to my right. I can't go that way. If I go that way, the A-43 is going to start taking shots at me. I don't need that. So I'll just stick a little bit farther to the left here. There's the 2 TDs. Right up here, look at how we're set up over here. This nice big hill is separating those heavies from the TDs. They can't really help each other out. Okay? Great for me, not so great for them. So now my plan is changed. Come this way, get behind the TDs, take them out, get behind the heavies, see what I can do with them. If the Artie had 2 kills, 3 kills already, I might go for him. Oh man, there's the Jackson. Oh. That was an easy kill for me and somebody else took the shot. Oh well. I'll come over here and deal with these TDs and try to break the gridlock over here. Looks like everybody's beat up pretty bad. So even coming in and getting 1 kill or a couple shots could turn the tide of this fight. Everybody's losing to attrition over here. Looks like we have the upper hand. We have 1 extra tank. So I'll come in here and hopefully I can sway the balance and give us a good victory. Get to shooting the top of him. Hopefully the Hellcat won't be able to see me yet. Don't quite get a kill. Hellcat's running. Hellcat's dead. This guy's going to be dead in a second because I get to shoot before he does. Bam! Now I'll go behind the heavies. I'm hoping the heavies are pointed at that Panther. No idea if they are or not. So, may take a hit. Oh well, I'll take one. 29's coming in. Perfect. He's going to be trailing me. Okay, look at the situation. He just fired at me. Pretty much knew that was happening if he was pointed at me. Tiger's way back here. Here's the 29. I'm going to go around and in between these two with the idea that if the 29 pivots at me, my 29 gets free big damage on this guy, and hopefully I can stay alive long enough to have him kill him. In the meanwhile, I get to fire into the back of the tiger. That's my goal. And so I'd shoot and keep going. I'm going to get position on the tiger. And the T-29 played really smart. I put down heavies a lot, but this guy just played perfect. He came up and he took out the tiger instead of the 29, which was perfect for me. It sets the 29 up to be sandwiched, and I got that big boom into his back. A 105 wreaks havoc on a 29. T-34s too. If you shoot into their back, you can get major damage. I don't know why I went up there. I wasn't even thinking. I know there's no way around out there, but I was going to try it anyway. Nope, still no way out. So now we go finish up these last 3 tanks and get a pretty hard fought, but a good victory here coming up. I thought going in the 29 would shoot the 29, and he did something even better and took out the heavy, the tiger. That was so good. If I knew his name later, I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but I should have said thank you to him because he played that perfect. A rare instance of a tank playing well on the heavy side. Now look what I did. I went through this gap instead of the gap over there. Why? Because I was worried about this A20 or 25 AT. He has a very brief second to shoot at me. I figured he'd be waiting on us, and I wanted to come through where these buildings would provide almost immediate cover, and they do. If I would have come through the other gap, he probably would have killed me as I went by. You have to think about what you've seen. How is that going to impact me? What can I do to minimize the risk? And I picked the gap to the left precisely because these buildings are here. And now we're going to play in the buildings and see if one of us can get a shot on the other. I have the advantage there because I don't have to rotate my tank. I can rotate my turret. Oh, somebody else got him. He was set up, but he had people coming 2 different directions, and that's a no-winner for him. So time to go find the arty. He's either up here in this corner or maybe back in here. A43 will be back there. He's the A43. He's in a 1-on-2, so hopefully he'll be gone before I get over there. And I can go back behind the dunes. If the arty's not up here, he should be back the other way. And he's not here. So I'll come around this way and keep hills between me and the 43. I have this. There's the arty. I'm going to come up over the ridge to the left and pop down on top of him. Here we go. Somebody else got him. I'd get the 43 as a consolation prize. Kabam! Destroyed. Battle over. So, initially I assessed the team. Because they have 3 aggressive mediums, I think they're going down into the beach. I don't want to go there. I can't compete with Cromwell's and Comet's 1-on-1 unless I get a couple big hits, which normally maybe once, not twice in a battle. So I stayed up on top. Worked out perfect. The Comet started coming up the ramp, and I got him behind that bush and tracked him. And that let me just keep shooting him until he died. Even after I couldn't see him, I knew he hadn't moved. Keep shooting. I'd get a kill, take one of their best tanks out of the game early on. It's great. Go down into the beach. I spot the guys up on top. On the other side, they're far enough away that I don't have to hide. I can sit out in the open and passive spot because I have better view range than they do. Far enough away that I can snipe at them and they still can't see me. So this is like perfect situation. My team moves up and helps engage them. The heavy just insists on coming out in the open. Don't know why. Don't ever do that, guys. If you're getting shot, move. If you pull back out and you get shot again, seriously move. Because guess what? Every time you pull out, you're going to get shot until you're dead. So don't play that game. It's not like, hey, I wonder if they'll hit me now. Bam! Yeah. Pull back. Hey, I wonder if they'll hit me now. Pull out. Bam! It's like, okay, figure it out already. Jeez. Go somewhere else. Don't do what he did. That's a stupid play. So I went down into the middle. I was going to go up and find Artie, but the 43 was back there. Flexibility, flexibility, flexibility. Always have situational awareness. Always be ready to change what you're doing. I saw the 43. It's like I can't take the route I want. I'm going to just veer to the left. As I do that, I see the situation over in A1, A2, B1, B2. It's like, hey, that's something I can exploit. So I'm going to go over there and help break the big knockdown drag out there wide open. I come in on the TDs. I take the one, the other team, my team gets the other. Go back behind into the heavies. The T29 that went with me played it even better than I hoped he would. And it worked out great, and then it was just a matter of mopping up. Still, if I hadn't have been prepared for that 25 AT to be up there pointed at me as I came through those two passes, to those two gaps, I would have died. But I picked the left instead of the right because I had the buildings there to help me out. So he saw me, wasn't quick enough to get a shot because I was instantly out of view again. Always pay attention to your mini-map. Analyze what you're doing as you go and be ready to change your plans. As long as you can remain flexible and you can change on the fly, you analyze correctly and make good decisions, you will see your games get better and better and better. For the battle, I ended up having 1,861 XP, only 2 spots, and only 295 spotting damage. I wasn't really trying to be a spotter this game. The way it turned out, I didn't need to be. I had 4 kills, could have easily had 6. I had 2 where just a fraction of a second beat me to 2 kills. I had 2,463 damage. No big medals, but it was an ace mastery mission, and it was a solid win for us, even though it was 15 to 10. It was in the balance for a long way. We were tied at 7 to 7. If the fight up in A1 and A2 had gone a different way, we could have easily had lost this. So it was a pretty well fought battle, except for the 150 just being totally brain dead. And it was the ability to watch the battlefield, make decisions, and then more importantly, change decisions when your first decision showed that it wasn't going to work. That's what wins battles. So practice watching your mini-map. Be ready to change what you're doing the instant you see something that says red light, don't go there. Don't think, yes I can, I'll make it. It's the people, it's the times I do it too. Oh well, I can make it through. Nope, I don't. And worse than that, I don't just get shot. That's the time I get tracked, and I hit my repair kit, and the next shot tracks me again, and before I can go anywhere, I'm dead. When you see something that presents a risk, take the route that has less risk. That's how you survive, and that's how you help your team win. Happy hunting.